Hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome to another session of FB Live hosted by Craftspace. My name is Joey. I am the craft instructor from Craftspace. Today, we are very happy that we are finally back in our center at Tropicana Gardens Mall. So from today onwards, hopefully, there will not be any more lockdown. Yeah, so we can actually do our Facebook Live from our center. Of course, doing it at the center is much more fun because we have a lot more places that we can actually have our sessions. Yeah. So today we are going to do a special craft. Not so much about a craft itself, but more on how to educate the kids as well as some adults, yeah, on sustainable living in terms of food intake as well as healthy lifestyle and diet. Okay, so our main focus today is based on healthy diet. Yeah. So why we are doing this topic today? Because today is the actual day of World Food Day. Yeah. So World Food Day is actually first launched in 1945. The reason why it is actually created was to celebrate the launch of the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, or in short, FAO. Okay. The main principle which World Food Day celebrates is the furtherance of food security all over the world, especially in times of crisis, especially now, yeah, or perhaps since the start of the pandemic, all right? So the launch of Food and Agriculture Organization by the UN has played a huge role in taking this worthy goal forward, yeah? Its annual celebration serves as a marker of the importance of this organization and helps to raise awareness of the crucial need for successful agriculture policies to be implemented by governments across the world to ensure there is ample food available for everyone. Now, in recent years, World Food Day has used its annual day of celebration to focus on different aspects of food security as well as agriculture, including fishing communities, climate change, and biodiversity. Okay. Now, World Food Day is not just about celebrating the mouth-watering, delicious food that we are lucky enough to eat, but it is also an opportunity for us to raise awareness about the people who aren't that lucky to enjoy even one meal a day. Yeah, there are people all over the world who are suffering from hunger. In fact, in Malaysia itself, due to the pandemic, we also see a lot of people suffering from this as well. So if you know anyone that needs food, for example, please extend your help if you can. And I know that one of the mummies from this group, whereby she will always sign up for the FB Live, she is actually very aggressive, yeah, in terms of distributing food to those in need, especially in Petaling Street area. Yeah, Mummy Cindy has been doing this for as long as I can remember. I think when we first come in contact or know each other, since the beginning of FB Live, yeah, she has been aggressively helping. So if, let's say, those of you who would like to be in contact with Mummy Cindy, you can let me know so that we see what we can do to help her to distribute more food, yeah, to those in need, all right? Especially in Klang Valley or Petaling Street area, right? So, okay, let's go back to World Food Day, all right? So like I mentioned, World Food Day is not just about promoting or celebrating the delicious food, not just to also create awareness about world hunger, but it is also to create awareness about healthy diets and what our body needs. Okay, in recent years, yeah, education has grown about healthy diets and what food are good and bad for our bodies. As much as we know about it, whether we are taking in the correct food, the good food, for example, whether we know it or not, yeah, so it's still a question mark. Perhaps some food that we eat, we think that it is good, but actually it's not. So today we try to hopefully give some ideas of what are the good food and what are not so good. right? Okay, so tapping into the influence of consumers and collective demand to transform agriculture or agri-food system. Now, we will talk a little bit about agri-food system. Making them more inclusive, resilient, and sustainable is the keyword, like what we always say, right? So we want to teach our kids, our next generation, about sustainable living. So how balanced diet, healthy diet actually contribute to sustainable living as well. Yeah, so we will go through it later. Now, what is agri-food system? Now, agri-food system is a complex term that may seem far from our reality. But do you know our lives depends on them? Yeah, every time we eat, we participate in the system. Yeah, the food we choose and the way we produce, prepare, cook, and store it make us an integral and active part of the way in which an agri-food system works. Right? So we need to know how we can do this sustainably, right? So that nobody is hungry or suffer from any form of malnutrition. At the same time, how we can actually help to have less food wastage, and also to make sure that the supply chain is more effective in a way, right? So in short, what is agri food system? It is actually sort of like a solar system of how food is grown, harvested, processed, packaged, transported, distributed, traded, bought, prepared, eaten, and disposed of. So it is a whole ecosystem of food supply or food chain. Yeah. Not to mention all of the uses of agriculture for non-food products, including forestry and biofuels. Yeah, meaning that like land use, for example, fertilizers. Yeah, those are also part of it. Yeah, part of the system. Okay, so this system encompasses all of the people, activities, investments, and choices that play a part in getting us these food and agricultural products. Okay, so hopefully you know a little bit about agri-food system. Now, of course, what can we do to make this system a little bit more sustainable? So we are going to slowly go through it. Okay, so today it will be a day where we will share a lot of information. So hopefully you can get a point, a good point, or a good way to actually practice sustainable living in terms of healthy diet. Yeah. Okay. Some facts that I would like to share with you. Now, these are some eye-opening facts, yeah, in that sense, because we don't know. In fact, we just go through our daily lives day by day without knowing what is good, what is bad. Yeah, so these are some very important points that I think we need to also take note. Yeah, more than 3 billion people, billion, yeah, we're talking about billion, not million. Okay, more than 3 billion people in the world cannot afford a healthy diet. This covers almost 40%, close to half of the world total population. So that is a very critical information, which means that between you and I, we may be having our diet not the healthy way in a sense. Yeah, so this is one thing that we need to take note of. The other point is almost 2 billion people, again, we are talking about billion. Over 2 billion people are overweight or obese due to poor diet and inactive lifestyle. Inactive lifestyle means we are not doing enough exercise, we are sitting way too much. Yeah, so that is inactive lifestyle, one thing. Okay, these numbers sadly are increasing every year. Okay, now in terms of these two critical issues, if we do not fix it, or if we do not start to take action into it, by 2030, we will expect healthcare costs to exceed 1.3 billion USD per year. which means that we will spend more money in terms of health care related disease. Yeah. So that is the reason why we need to make sure that we take good care of our diet. All right. Now, the world's food systems are currently responsible for more than 33% of global greenhouse gas emission and 66% of water usage. What does it mean? Which means that apart from all the pollution done by car, done by natural disasters, we have 33% actually is contributed by this agri-food system. Yeah. 14% of world food is lost due to inadequate harvesting, handling, storage, and transit, while additional 17% is wasted at consumers level. Okay, why? Because we sometimes cannot finish the food, we throw away. Now, in terms of retail, for example, if let's say they do not do very good quality control, they get in all the bad produce, then they have to dispose it, or what we call as breakages. Yeah, so they have to dispose all the bad products. So that is one thing. So those are wastages, yeah, in that sense. And the way we produce, consume, of course, food waste, yeah, like I mentioned, it actually put a lot of pressure onto our planet, yeah, especially the natural resources, the environment, as well as the climate, yeah. 10% of the total population are affected by unsafe food supplies, contaminated by bacteria, viruses, parasites, and chemical substance. Yeah, in terms of the pesticides that we use, for example, it actually contributes to this. Yeah, climate change affects the rural poor, agricultural yields and productivity, and this contribute to changing nutrient composition of major staple crops, including decreases in terms of proteins and some essentials of minerals and vitamins, which means that because of the climate changes, the crops that we harvested, the minerals, yeah, in terms of protein, vitamins, for example, those are compromised. So meaning that, you know, the food that we take now may not be as healthy as what we used to take in the past, or what our parents used to take in the past. So that is why we need to also look at how we harvest or grow our produce, yeah, our food. Okay. Biodiversity is suffering and soil are being degraded as a result of intensified agriculture, a growing consumption of resource-intensive food, and the conversion of ecosystem for crop production. Food production often degrades or destroys natural habitats and contributes to species extinction. Yeah, such inefficiency is costing us a lot of money. Yeah, so now that we have done a few rounds of FB Live, we have talked about, you know, how to preserve the world, how to preserve the animals, yeah, and plants. So we didn't realize that even the food that we intake also affect them. So that is the reason why we need to really live a more sustainable lifestyle in terms of good eating habit. Yeah. So of all these challenges that we have, is there a solution to it? Yes. Good news is yes. Yeah. There is a solution to it. Now the governments around the world need to both repurpose old policies and adopt new ones that foster the sustainable production of affordable, nutritious foods and promote farmer participation. Policies should promote equality as well as learning, driven innovation, boost rural incomes, offer safety nets to smallholders. Smallholders in this case means the farmers and those who are contribute to harvesting and growing all this food, yeah. And also build climate resilience. Okay. They also need to consider the multiple linkages between areas affecting food system, including education, which we are hoping that we are doing this, yeah. Health, energy, social protection, finance, and more, and also to make solutions fit together. Of course, apart from education, we need to also find ways, a more positive or more effective ways to grow our vegetable, for example, or to harvest our food, yeah. And they need to be backed by a major increase in responsible investments and strong support to reduce negative environmental and social impacts across sectors, particularly the private sectors, civil society, research, as well as academia. Okay. Now, we talk a little bit in general of what everyone can do. Now, when it comes to personal, as a consumer, what can we help? So we play a large role, I would say that we play a much bigger role compared to all these lawmakers as well as governments, yeah, because we can influence what is to be produced by increasing our demand for sustainably produced nutritious food, and at the same time be more sustainable in our daily actions, yeah. Again, we're talking about sustainability, yeah. So first and foremost, by reducing food loss and food waste. So we cook what we can eat, and we eat what we can, yeah. We don't overeat, we don't cook more than what we can eat, right? We also have the responsibility to spread the word, means that after we have absorbed all the education, we share it with our close ones, right? Building awareness about the importance of a healthy and sustainable lifestyle. Now that after many weeks that we have gone through our Facebook Live, and hopefully you have learned a thing or two, and hopefully you are also sharing it with your friends and family, yeah. Efforts to mitigate climate change, environmental degradation, and our well-being all depend on it. We need to activate a food movement that advocates for ambitious change. So we as the consumer play a very important role in detecting what would be a good agri-food system, right? Okay, so this is a little bit of history of what World Food Day is all about. So today we are going to teach you, or in fact to give you some ideas of what is a healthy lifestyle by having or adopting a healthy diet, right? So there are a few things that we need to take note of, yeah. In fact, I would say that we need to really take serious care of what we put in our mouth, because as the saying, as what we always say, you are what you eat, right? And based on research, we talk about heart disease. Heart disease I think we talked about heart disease like a week or two ago. Yeah, it's actually the main disease that kills most of the people, right? So in fact, if let's say we do not take care of how we eat, this can happen, yeah. 80% is already been proven, yeah. 80% of premature heart attacks or heart disease and stroke are actually through the life choice as well as habit, yeah, eating habit especially. So that is the reason why we need to make sure that we take good care of what we put in our mouth. Okay, so a healthy diet. What is healthy diet? Okay, so what can it do if let's say you take care of what food you put in your mouth? Okay, so it can help lower your risk of heart disease and stroke by improving your cholesterol levels. Everyone knows that, yeah, but Whether we are doing it or not is another question, okay? Reducing your blood pressure, helping you manage your weight, controlling your blood sugar, okay? So this includes eating plant-based food more often and choosing highly processed or ultra-processed food less often. Means that you eat more fresh products rather than processed food, right? So a sustainable diet is one that is generally healthier and has a low impact on the environment as well as the food supply. Okay, adopting sustainable diet can help maintain an individual's health while also making sure the planet has enough resources to feed future generations of humans, means our next generation, the generation after next. Okay, this is a complex idea, of course, but it can look very positive if we play our part, right? So today we are going to do a food pyramid so that we also teach the kids, for example. In fact, for us as an adult, we need to be constantly reminded what is good to eat, how much to eat, and things like that. The older we are, the more important that we understand what needs to add more, what needs to be taken out from our diet, right? So, food pyramid. How many of you know what is food pyramid? How many levels are there in a food pyramid? Anyone? If you know, please let us know by typing into the comment section before we even start our craft, okay? Now, there are 5 levels of the food pyramid, okay? Moving from the base all the way upwards, okay? So, one of the level is fruit and vegetable, starchy foods such as bread, cereals, and potatoes, proteins such as fish, meat, eggs, and beans, milk and dairy products, fats and sugar. Okay, so that is what we are going to make. So let's repeat what I said just now. Fruits and vegetable, starchy food. So we have one category which is fruits and vegetable. Second category is starchy food. Third category is proteins. Fourth category is dairy foods. Yeah. And then fifth category is fats and sugar. Okay. Now, first and foremost, we need to build our pyramid first. Now, today we are going to do a 3D pyramid, right? So that we can actually display the pyramid, and in the hope that it will always remind us of what we need to take more and what we need to take less, okay? So what we need, let's go through the materials. First and foremost, we need some cereal boxes. If you can, we can have 4 sides of the 4 sides. Yeah, we need 4 pieces of the cereal box. Okay. If you do not have cereal box, I think we can also use those cardboard. Yeah, as well as manila card, as long as it is thick enough. Otherwise, like me, I use a thicker cardboard, but we will need to use hot glue later on to glue it together. Okay. Second thing is we need our best companions, our scissors and our knife. For those of you younger kids, for example, if you do not know how to use a knife, please get help from adult, yeah? And then, of course, we need glue, either Yoo-Hoo glue or hot glue gun, some markers or color pencil, okay? So those are the things that we will need, because mainly today we are going to talk about the pyramid itself and what is in each category, right? So first and foremost, when you have a cereal box, what you need to do is you need to draw a triangle, okay? So when we draw a triangle, we need 3 pieces, okay? 3 pieces of the triangle. So this triangle, you can make it as big as you want so that it is more prominent for you to see. Otherwise, you can actually make it small, but of course small then is more difficult to fit in all the information as well as the or everything that you want inside there, okay? So bigger is better so that you can see clearly. And in fact, if let's say you want to display it, yeah, it is much better if you have a big one, right? And then of course we need a base. Okay, so the base is actually, you just measure the base, yeah, one of the smallest side of your pyramid, the triangle, yeah, one of the smallest side. So since we have 3 pieces of the triangle, so our base also will have 3 sides only. Okay. Of course, when you do this, later on we are going to stick it together with our hot glue gun. Or if let's say you have masking tape, you can use masking tape to tape it around before you paint it. Okay. Now, always remember that for recyclable products or recyclable materials like cardboard as well as cereal box, one side is always printed. So we keep the printed side inside and then the clear side on the outside, right? So first, we cut all this first, okay? We cut all the triangle and then after that, we are going to fit in all the categories, all right? So first and foremost, we need to draw the triangle. Now, in terms of the size, again, let me just remind you, it doesn't matter how big it goes, but if you can do a big one, it will be helpful because it's easier for you to see. And since we have already completed the food pyramid, anyway, we are doing this, so might as well make it functional or useful by displaying it, yeah. So I will also give you some ideas what you can do so that you don't throw away your hard work, all right? So you can actually put it there so that you can display it in a nice manner, right? Okay, so let's quickly cut this. So 3 triangles. There's 1, 2, and the third one. Okay. So the triangle has to be same size, yeah? So that when you stick it on, then it looks more balanced. Otherwise, then it will not be balanced. Alright, so 3 triangles are done. So then next we need the base. Okay, so let's cut the base. So that this base, if let's say you can make space for it, for you to stick it on, then it's good. Otherwise, then you can just draw a triangle and make sure that you take this side, yeah, the bottom, take this side. Now, if let's say you do not want to take it, if let's say you want to make this nice so that you can display it, you can actually just omit the bottom part. It's up to you. Then you can actually use this to be sort of like lantern, yeah, and put it in the living room or in fact in your kitchen or dining hall as a display, right? So I am going to cut the base. If you do not need the base, then you don't have to cut it. Now, next thing is you need to stick the triangle together and make it into a pyramid, a 3D one. Okay. All right. So let's on our hot glue gun. So I've cut 3 pieces of the triangle. Let me just show you again. So 3 pieces, as well as a base. This base, I have the sides where I will fold it, and then after that, I will stick it on. Yeah. So let's take my ruler, and then after that, I will just fold it upwards. Yeah. So Now the rounded corner for the base is so that this one you can fold it, yeah, and then after that you can stick it on too, so that it is more sturdier. It's sturdier in that sense. Okay, so this is what I am doing now to show you. Okay, let me just quickly do this so that I can show you how it looks like after this. Okay, one more cut. Okay, and then after that, we fold it upwards. Okay, so this is where you are going to stick it on, so it stands, right? If you do not have this, then you can straight away stick this like this. If you have, then it's much easier so that you can just stick it onto the side where it's rounded edge. Yeah. Now, if let's say you want to display it as a lantern, then you can actually skip the base so that you can put your LED candle inside. Yeah, so you can open and close it. Okay, so the base should look like this now. Then this is where we are going to stick it on, right? Okay. So is our, okay. So the hot glue gun is not ready. So let's talk about the 5 category again. Fruits and vegetable. Category, there's one category. Starchy food, protein, dairy food, as well as fat and sugars. Which one do you think should be at the base of your pyramid? So the pyramid goes from big to small, right? So from big to small. So which category do you think should be at the base? Which one is number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5? Is it fat and sugar? Is it dairy food? Is it protein? Is it starchy food? Is it fruits and vegetable? So which one comes first? If you know the answer, let us know. Yeah? Who's? Ayah? Yeah. Okay. Fruits and veggie first. Okay. So, yes. Yes. So, fruits and veggie first, yeah? And then after that, which one? What is the next one? We know that fruits and veggie is very important, but what is the next one? Can I have a hot glue stick? Yeah, I've got not enough hot glue sticks, so let's take some. Natalie says starchy food. Yes, starchy food is second. Okay, how about third category? Okay. So first level, yeah, is fruits and veggie. Second level is starchy food. Third level? Fish, yes. Some more? What else? Protein, yes. What does protein include? Fish, we have one. And then what else? Do you know? If you know, please type in. Yeah, apart from fish, what are included in the protein? Nuts. Okay, nuts is correct. What else? Eggs, yes. Cheese, yes. No, actually cheese is actually under dairy. Yeah, it's under dairy. Beans, yes. Nuts and beans. Meat. Okay, good. So this is how our triangle looks like now. I'm going to skip the bottom first. Now, for those of you who wants to make it into a lantern, for example, so that you can put your tea light candle, it will be helpful if, let's say, you can cut a hole. Yeah, on one side is good enough. Then you can have both sides here to put in your categories, as well as some examples of the food. So you just cut one tiny triangle inside to make an open hole. Yeah, then you can actually put the candle in, no, not candle, tea light candle, the LED tea light candle you put inside. Yeah, so it can light up. Alternatively, if let's say you do not want it to put tea light candle, you want it to decorate it as it is, then what you do is you can cover it with a base. Yeah, so you can just stick it on the base. Yeah, just put it up. Okay, then it is done. All right, so this is how a pyramid looks like. Now, next thing is we need to separate it into 5 levels. Yeah, so what we do is we take our marker as well as ruler and then start to draw 5 layers. Let's see, we want to divide it equally. So my height of the pyramid is 25 centimeters, so I'm going to divide into 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so let's do this. So this one, what we do is, if let's say you have 2 sides, if let's say one side with open hole, then you only have 2 sides. So both sides also you need to draw the lines, yeah. If let's say you have 3 sides like mine, then draw all 3 sides, okay. But for illustration purpose, I am only going to do one side. But please make sure you do all sides. Okay. So after fruits and veggie, after starchy food, after protein, next is dairy products, yeah, dairy food, which include milk, cheese, yogurt, butter, cream, okay, and then finally it will be fats and sugar. Okay, so we need fats and sugar as well, yeah, in our diet, but not too much. So this is how my pyramid looks like now. You can see. So 1 layer, 2, 3, 4, and the last one. So if you have 3 sides, please draw lines on 3 sides. So that you have more space to put on your display or your example of the food, right? So if let's say you have 2 sides, then do only 2 sides. The other side, then cut holes, right? So this is one. So next thing is we need to fit in what is in this category, okay? So this side is fruits and veggies. So let's write it down. You can write it down first, then after that you try to find all the example of food. Okay. So first layer, fruits and vegetable. So what can you do? Let me see whether I have some example. You can actually find from, or you can in fact draw it. Okay. You can Google it, or you can draw. Okay, and then after that you can color it. Okay, so fruits and veggie, so you can color or you can draw on here. So if let's say you have 3 sides, then maybe one side you want to write it nicely, and then the other 2 sides you can put up the examples of the foods. Yeah, so you can put it. So we actually try to take, yeah, on a daily basis, if can, take in 8 portions of fruits and vegetable. 8 portions, yeah, 8 portions. Okay. The key is to include a variety to ensure you get a good mix of vitamins and minerals on a daily basis. Okay. So later on, we will see what are the, we also have a lot of different fruits and veggie, right? So if let's say we want to eat, of course, we want to eat the best, the more, so that it gives us the most effect, positive effect, of course, right? So rather than just simply eat any food, right? So later on, we will go through what are the examples of food that is better than the other, right? Not to say that they are the only choice, but those are the better ones, right? Okay, so second layer is starchy food. Okay, so starchy food, let's just quickly write it down. Okay, starchy food. Okay, now carbohydrates should make up the second largest portion on your plate, surprisingly, yeah, carbohydrates. Choose from potatoes, rice, beans, bread, whole grains, couscous, as well as pasta. Okay, carbohydrates that these foods contain is needed by your body, by our body, to generate energy, right? Main thing is you need to make sure that we can actually release what we intake. Otherwise, the carbohydrate will turn into sugar. Okay. Now, carbohydrate helps to protect our muscles, regulate blood level pressures, as well as lower cholesterol. So it's important to have carbohydrates. Yeah. But if let's say we don't exercise after we take in a lot of carbohydrates, then it will convert it into sugar and store in our body, which is then becomes bad. Okay. So what are the examples of carbohydrates just now? Potato. Let me see whether we have. Okay, so potato, bread, grains. Now I have grains here. Yeah. So we have grains. And then we have beans, rice, couscous, and pastas. So these are some of the examples. So if you can, then find out the photos, or you can draw it on the other side. But now you know starchy food contains of potatoes, rice, beans, bread, grains, couscous, pastas. Then after that you can draw, all right? Now third level is proteins, yeah? So let's take another color and then write down proteins. Okay, protein. Okay, protein is needed for building and repair. So it lies in the center of the pyramid because this is the center level, okay? You should consume a moderate amount only, yeah, not too much. High quality protein, those that are of animal origin and are easier for the body to absorb includes meat, fish, eggs, and dairy products. Low quality proteins also count towards your daily intake, which includes grains, yeah, fruits, vegetable, peas, beans, nuts, and seeds. So seeds are also included. Okay, so this one is supposed to be in the middle. Now, of course, there are good protein and bad protein as well. So later on, we will see what better option. All right, and then the fourth layer is dairy food. Okay, so let's see. Let's take a darker shade. Dairy food. So let's put it down. Okay, so dairy food. Now, dairy, it's more or less in the middle, but as should be smaller portion. Yeah. So this include milk, cheese, yogurt, butter, cream, and any other products made using animal milk. Okay. So this is dairy food. And then last but not least is, let's see. I need a darker shade. Fat and sugar. It's a very small area, which means we should only take in a very, very small portion. Okay? Sadly, the food that we eat nowadays, this is here or here. Okay, and this becomes here. So it is not supposed to be that way, all right? This, when it comes to pyramid, this is how the food indication that you need to take, yeah? Fruits and veggie, you're supposed to take a lot. Then starchy food, then proteins, then dairy food, then fat and sugar. Okay, not the other way around. Fat and sugar should never be at the bottom, yeah. All right, so if let's say you have 3 sides, now what you do is you already know which category are these. Next thing is you put in all the different examples of food, yeah. So we have fruits and veggie, for example. Okay, dairy, proteins in another level, grains in another level, and then last but not least, fats and sugar. Okay, so fats and sugar, of course, includes all those desserts as well, yeah. Okay, so, well, isn't it fun to go through this pyramid and then realize that we don't eat as per the food pyramid, yeah. So fats and sugar, I will put it a little bit of highlight, yeah. It should be at the tip of your healthy eating pyramid. These are non-essential elements, yeah. Non-essential means that it's nice to have, but it is not needed, okay. And should only be eaten in a very small amount, yeah. Make sure that you only eat all these like biscuits, cakes, chips, pastries, pizza, for example, pies, ready meals, ready to eat meals, for example. So these are not supposed to be taken in large amount, okay? Because it contains a lot of calories and very minimum nutritional value. Also, please avoid saturated fats. Yeah, these saturated fats are whereby you can actually find from animal sources like butter and meat, because this can actually raise cholesterol and be harmful to your health. Okay, right? So the trick is, yeah, we need to separate the good fats from the bad fats, like I mentioned just now. Yeah. So what we do is we need to opt for unsaturated fats instead of saturated one. Yeah. What would be the good option? Olive oil. Yeah. Or eating olives, peanuts, soya beans, and most vegetable oil. Those are good fat. Oh no. Yeah. So those are good fat. Now, the bad ones, of course, margarine, for example, butter, those are the bad ones, yeah. Of course, if let's say for those of you who would like to also be more sustainable in terms of your food selection, please opt to avoid, please make sure you avoid refined grains, avoid those products with added sugars, avoid red meat, avoid processed food. Okay? All right, so those are the items that you will need to avoid if let's say you want to live a more sustainable lifestyle. All right, of course, in terms of the to live or to be more sustainable, we can also opt for local food diet. Yeah. So what is local food diet? Local food diet means that you only eat foods produced in the area where you live. Okay, why? Because it reduces the food miles or the traveling or transportation that is necessary for produce, as well as the time and energy to transport the food from where it is grown or harvested into the supermarket where we go and do our grocery shopping, right? So this type of diet emphasizes on eating seasonally, yeah, and many people may also choose to buy from organic local farms, yeah. Some possible benefits for the environment, if let's say you adopt local food diet, yeah, means that again you reduce the need for transporting food long distance. You reduce food packaging and waste, as the produce does not need to have to package or to keep the food longer, because it needs to be it needs to look fresh when it reaches the supermarket, yeah. And also it reduces resources necessary to grow food that is out of season, yeah. So that is why it is better for us, right? Now we talk about healthy diet. Of course, we have already known that we are supposed to eat fruits and veggie more, starchy food slightly lesser, protein even less, and then dairy products, as well as a very small amount of fat and sugar. But how are we going to determine it? Yeah, because every meal we eat, we do not know what is on our plate. So now what we are going to do is to show you how you're supposed to eat, okay? So imagine if let's say you have a plate. Okay, so we talk about eating a lot of vegetable and fruits, right? So this is the most important diet habits, yeah. Vegetable and fruit are packed with nutrients such as antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, and fiber. Fiber is very important, all right? And help you maintain a healthy weight by keeping you full longer, so that you don't munch on snacks, okay? Now, the trick is to have half portion of your plate, half portion. So if let's say this is your plate size, half of the portion of your plate supposed to contain fruits and vegetable, okay? Every single meal, okay? Not just one meal a week, yeah? Every single meal, okay? Now, whenever possible, eat the peels as well, okay? It makes a big difference to your total daily fiber intake. For example, a raw unpeeled apple has almost 10 times more fiber than a cup of apple juice. So it is better to eat the fruits, for example, together with the peel. Of course, you make sure that you wash your fruits thoroughly before you eat, okay? So half of your plate should be fruits and veggie, okay? And then after that, we choose whole grain food, okay? Whole grain food include bread, crackers, brown rice, oatmeal, yeah. So if let's say given a choice, white rice and brown rice, go for brown rice, right? Because it is healthier. Whole grain food also have fiber, protein, and vitamin B to help you stay healthier and full longer. Choose this option instead of processed or refined grains like white bread and pasta. So again, we can have rice, we can have different types of bread or different types of noodles, for example, but try to make a better choice by choosing a healthier version. Wholemeal bread instead of white bread. Brown rice instead of white rice. Okay, so it is to make sure that we have a healthier diet. All right. So how much grain that we need to take in? Do you know? So half of it is already filled with fruits and veggie, right? So grains, it should be quarter of your plate. Quarter of your plate. All right? So just quarter, yeah? And then after that, we need to eat more protein food, yeah? Protein includes nuts, seed, tofu, for example. It's very, very high in protein. Fortified soy beverages, fish, shellfish, eggs, lean meat, yeah, low-fat milk, low-fat yogurt, cheese, which is low in fat and sodium. Okay, protein helps build and maintain bones, muscles, and skin. Now, in one of the FB Live for the past few weeks, we have also mentioned that for kids, we do not recommend you to take low fat in everything. So they will still need the full cream version. So for adults, for example, it is best to opt for low fat milk, low fat yogurt, low fat cheese. Yeah, because we don't need that much fat. But for kids, because they are still growing and developing, so they will need the full amount. So please do not feed your kids low fat milk. Yeah, it's not recommended. Okay, so we need to eat protein every day. Yeah, if can, try to eat 2 servings of fish every week, and choose plant-based food more often. Means like soy, yeah, nuts, seeds, tofu. Okay. How much to eat? Quarter. So half fruits and veggie, quarter whole grain food, and another quarter is your protein food. Okay. So these are the portion that you should have every meal. All right. Now, when we say protein, when we say whole grain food, doesn't mean that we just eat quarter portion of rice and quarter portion of meat. Yeah, we need to add in veggie as well. Some veggie or some plant-based protein, it's considered protein as well. All right. Eggs, for example, we also need to put in, not just meat and meat alone. All right, not just rice and rice alone. Okay. Okay. Next thing is we need to limit highly and ultra processed food. Okay, so these are food that change from their original food source and have many added ingredients. Can you give example of what you think are highly processed food? I gave some examples just now, so let's see whether you can remember. Okay, so let's see. So what we mentioned, what we say, highly processed food means that they have added more things inside, artificial things. Yeah, maybe they have added artificial. They say that they add nutrient, but it's processed or chemical. Okay, or some they actually added more sugar, more salt. Yeah. So any feedback on what do you think are the processed food or highly processed food? Anyone? Okay, so I can tell you. Okay, so for those processed food examples, yeah, fast food, sausages, good, chips, frozen pizzas, hot dogs, instant noodles, yes, good. Deli meats, dry fruits, no, dry fruits is actually original food. It's just that they go through the process of dehydration, yeah, so that's why it becomes dry food. All right, white rice, surprisingly, white rice and white bread is actually processed food. Yeah, and that is the reason why we shouldn't eat that much. Okay. But however, some minimally processed food are okay. Now, these, for example, bagged salad, these are good. Okay, frozen vegetable or frozen fruits, those are okay. Milk, cheese, brown rice, oil, and dried herbs. These are also processed food, but it's okay. But we just have to make sure that we don't take in too much of a portion. Okay? Who wants to see this again? So I put it here so that it's easier to see. Okay, it's not high enough. Oops. Okay, now another one. Cake is this category, yeah, Michael. So it's at your tip of your pyramid. So do you think we should eat a lot or less? But once in a while, indulgence is okay, yeah. Because I know some of us love to eat cakes, right? Or chocolates, sugar, for example, because it gives us a very happy feeling or happy mood. Okay, but do not eat it every day. Okay, yeah, so eating rice every day is actually not healthy. So that is why we need to choose wisely what type of rice to eat and what is the portion that we eat. Okay, so for general guidelines, the rice portion, I was told that it's supposed to be only a fist size. Oh no, it's a, what do you call that? A cup like this. Yeah, so if let's say you have big hands, lucky you. If you have small hands, well, this is the amount of rice that you're supposed to take in every day. Yeah. Okay. So last but not least, make sure you drink a lot of water. How many cups of water a day? If you can remember, if you know. Okay. So we need 8 cups of water. Yeah. It will add up to 2 liter. Yeah, 2 liter of water every day. A lot of people don't take in water that much, myself included. It's a very bad habit, but if you can, please make sure you drink 8 cups of water. Of course, drinking water has its own knowledge, yeah. Hopefully one day we can actually educate you on how much water you need to drink every time and at what time you need to drink your water, right? Because to be more sustainable, drinking water at a different timing, it also helps to promote healthier your overall well-being. Okay, so drinking water, yeah, it supports health and promotes hydration, as well as it doesn't add, the best thing is it doesn't add calories to the diet. Okay, sugary drinks, including energy drinks, fruit drinks, 100% fruit juice, soft drinks, flavored coffees, have lots of sugar and little or no nutritional value. Okay, it is easy to drink, yes, yeah, but without you realizing it, it is actually helping you to gain weight because it has a lot of sugar in it. Okay, so try to avoid fruit juice that you buy from outside, even though it says it is 100% fruit juice. Because if let's say you buy those pre-packed one or ready to drink fruit juice, even though they say it's 100% fruit juice, but if you read the ingredient, yeah, the nutrition fact, right, it actually contains a lot of sugar. Yeah, so eating fruits or juice it yourself at home will be the better option. All right. Okay. If let's say you do not have option to clean water, for example, of course we are blessed with clean water, but in case you do not have options, yeah, you can drink unsweetened low-fat milk, for example, or tea, green tea, for example, not those flavored tea, yeah. All right. So I hope you have gotten some information, lots of information, I hope, about how to eat a healthier diet. Now, I will leave 5 tips, yeah, so that we can remember. If let's say you cannot remember any other things, please remember these 5 tips, okay? First and foremost, if can, prepare your food at home using whole or minimally processed food, yeah? So choose from a variety of different proteins, like I mentioned. So even though it is quarter plate of protein, doesn't mean that you only eat meat, yeah? So you can add in tofu, as well, and also those veggie that is high in protein, right? And then instead of frying, which is fat, yeah, try a healthier version by steaming it, baking it, or grilling it. So don't fry so much, but keep it simple: steam, bake, and grill. Okay. Make your diet plan every week if possible. Yeah. This helps to save time and energy when you do grocery shopping. At the same time, it is also help you to go through, because sometimes now I know a lot of people, like even myself, sometimes when we go grocery shopping, right, it is based on impulse purchase. This is nice, let's buy this, without going through whether we need it or not, without going through whether it is healthy or not. So we just buy, all right? But if let's say you have the time to plan ahead of what you plan to cook next week, if let's say this week you are going grocery shopping, so you plan it ahead, and then you can go through, yeah, this one is fruits and veggie. Okay, this is fat, no. Sugar, no. So you can actually plan it. It's much easier and much more healthier in that sense. Okay. Thirdly, choose recipes with plenty of vegetable and fruits. So our goal is to fill half a plate, yeah. So, but then every day, if let's say we eat the same fruits and veggies, it's also very boring, right? So we need to have a variety. And it is not healthy to eat only one fruit or one veggie. I know some kids, for example, right, they only eat one type of veggie and one type of fruit. And every single meal, he or she will eat the same thing, which is also not good, because eating in excessive manner is, it will do more harm than good. Okay, even though it is supposed to be a healthier diet, right? Yes. Yeah. So we like what? Who say that? Yeah. Like what our admin say. Yeah. Eat your colors of rainbow. Okay. So rainbow color, we have red, orange, yellow, and then after that we have green. Of course, we don't have. I'm not sure whether we have blue, except apart from blueberries, which is purple in color. Yeah. Okay. So what are the fruits and veggie that we need to eat? Now, choosing the right fruits and veggie is also very important, so that it gives you a better option, yeah, compared to the other. So always choose bright colored fruits, yeah, like we mentioned just now, red color, orange color, or dark green. If let's say you want to eat green color, you take dark green. Purple is also good. Okay, so what are the fruits and veggie that is inclusive? Broccoli, red peppers, strawberries. In fact, any types of berries are good. So it's raspberry, blueberries, blackberries. Those are colors as well. So alternate eat. Don't every day eat strawberry, or don't every day eat blueberries, because why Joey say it is healthy? No, no, no. We need to alternate eat, okay? And then after that, kiwi, oranges, carrot, tomato, pink grapefruit. Now, why pink grapefruit? That is a question mark. Let me find out and come back to you. Okay, and sweet potato. These are products or produce that are high in vitamin C. Okay, so you need to eat this every meal. Of course, I don't say that you need to eat broccoli every meal, yeah, but try to alternate it. If let's say you say, oh, I cannot be eating broccoli every day, yeah, you can eat leafy, but make sure you choose those dark green leafy. For example, leafy means vegetable that comes with leaves and stem. Yeah. And then when I say red pepper, doesn't mean that you only eat red pepper. Yeah. Sometimes you can eat yellow pepper, you can eat purple pepper, you can eat the orange one or the yellow color one, or the green color one. So alternate eats. Yeah. In fact, when it comes to kiwi, you have also two colors, yellow and green. So try to alternate it, right? If you cannot get hold of fresh products or fresh produce, buy those frozen or canned fruits. But make sure you look for those products with no added sugar. Check your nutrition fact on the package. It shouldn't come with added sugar. It shouldn't come with syrup. Okay, so only get those that is without sugar and syrup. Okay, so you can buy those frozen one. Canned fruit packed in water is your best choice. Okay. Now, for those of you who say, oh, can we actually eat canned food or those pre-packed veggie? Well, yes, you can. If let's say you want it to be safer, then you can actually steam it, roast it, or grill it. Don't fry it. I know Chinese, they like to deep fry everything, you know. We need the wok hei. Yeah, so try not to because it's not healthy. Yeah, not healthy. Okay. What else? If you use canned vegetable, take note for vegetable especially, yeah, because for vegetable, if let's say those pre-packed ones or those canned one, they usually will come with added salt. Yeah, so if you want to buy those pre-packed, because now we want to save more time, we don't have time to go to the market to buy fresh produce. Sometimes we just grab those pre-packed ones. Yeah, but just make sure that when you buy pre-packed one, look for no sugar, no added sugar, no added salt. Yeah, so that is one. But of course, if you want a healthier choice, please make sure you buy the fresh one. All right. Now, if let's say you can't find those vegetables without added salt, what you need to do is when you bring home, before you eat or before you cook it, wash them under running water to get rid of as much salt as possible. And then you just warm it up, either you steam it or you grill it, you know, then you eat. Okay. Avoid sugary drinks. Okay, this one we need to constantly remind ourselves. Sometimes today not much energy. We need the booster, coffee. We need the energy drink. What, Red Bull? What else? 100 plus. Yeah. No, no, no. Those are not good. Water is your best choice. Okay. Apart from water, lower fat unsweetened milk is good choice for adult. Okay. For kids, you should go for full cream. Okay. Of course, we are talking about sustainability. So use a reusable water bottle anytime, every time, right? Wherever you go. Okay. In addition to fat-free and low-fat milk, consider low-fat and fat-free yogurts. So if you have a choice of normal yogurt, go for low-fat and fat-free yogurts. If let's say you say we have a lot of different types of yogurt in the market, right? So the best is still go for Greek yogurt. Yeah, we have mentioned this in I think last week or the week before last, yeah, or 2 weeks ago, I can't remember. But we mentioned that Greek yogurt is better in general, yeah. But for growing kids, normal yogurt is better because it contains higher protein, yeah. And make sure that it doesn't have added sugar in it. Okay. Now, again, when you choose your yogurt, make sure you go for unflavored type. Flavored yogurt comes with high content of sugar, even though they say that it is fruit, it is still sugar. All right. Okay, last tip is eat smaller meals. Eat at least 3 meals a day with a snack, light snacks in between. Okay, when you eat or when you wait too long to eat, you are more likely to make unhealthy food choices. Keep easy to eat snacks in your purse and bag for emergencies. Now, easy to eat snacks, well, anyhow you need to eat snacks, might as well you prepare your fruits and those veggies, salad for example. Yeah, because anyhow we need to eat a large portion of fruits and veggies, so might as well make this your snacks rather than your cake and donuts as a snack. Okay, so add this. All right, So these are some of the 5 tips that I hope that you will take back from today's session. Yeah. So eating well or eating healthy is all about balance. Yeah. When we say that you need to eat healthy, doesn't mean that you only eat one fruit and one fruit or one meat. Yeah. You need to have balance. Not everything excessive is never good. Yeah. Anything that is lesser than normal also is never good. So that is why we always talk about balance. Okay. So enjoy your favorite food. Even though if they are high in calories, fat or added sugar, you can still enjoy it. Yeah, it's just that do not eat that much. That's all. Okay, doesn't mean that you need to live sustainably. You need to cut off your favorite food. Okay, no, you just eat in moderation. Yeah. So hopefully today's session will bring you more insights. Okay. Okay, good. Today, though the craft is very simple, but we take much longer time because there are so much information that we hope that we have shared with you and that you can actually take home and also practice it starting today to remember yourself about World Food Day. Now, there are a lot of topics that we can choose for World Food Day, but we choose to educate you in terms of healthy diet because I think as a consumer, this is where it all starts. Yeah, by eating healthier, by choosing the right food to eat, it dictates of what we demand to be produced or to be harvested. Yeah, so that is, remember when we say that, we can dictate as a consumer, we can dictate what needs to be planted or what needs to be produced. Yeah, so this is the first step. So that is the reason why we hope today's session will get you or kickstart the habit of eating healthier. At the same time, play a role in detecting the entire agri-food system, right? So I hope you have enjoyed the session. Of course, now it's the fun part whereby we are going to pick a lucky winner, a lucky kid to be invited into our Halloween tea party, which is happening on the 31st of October, 3 p.m. Virtually on Google Meet. Yeah. The first week, Zerlin actually won. Second week, last week was Zohao. So I wonder today who is going to win. Unfortunately, we can only have one winner a week. Yeah, because of to make it very exclusive. At the same time, the cost itself, if let's say you are interested to sign up for the virtual tea party, the cost per kid is 130 ringgit. So this lucky winner, you are getting it free of, and at the same time, you are getting the kit to be delivered to your house prior to the virtual tea party. All right, so let's see who are the lucky winner today. Okay, let's see. Lisa Wong, Mummy Lily Liao. Lisa Wong, Mummy Lily Liao. Lisa, are you here? If you are here, please type into the comment section and let us know Lisa is here. Yeah. This is how we always do our lucky draw. We will call your name. If let's say you are here, then you need to type into the comment section and let us know that you are here. Otherwise, then your spot will be forfeited and then we will draw another name. All right. So today's lucky winner is Lisa Wong. We will give probably about a minute or so for Lisa to respond. Yeah. Lisa Wong. Are you here, Lisa? Okay, so as you are aware, we are getting ready with our Halloween as well. This year, we are doing much lesser in terms of decoration because we are only reopening our center tomorrow. Yeah, so for those of you who are keen to come over for physical classes, you can still come. Our location is actually at Tropicana Gardens Mall. in Kota Damansara. Currently, we are only accepting kids by family basis, means that per time slot, there is only one family that can allow to be in the center. We do not combine it with other kids. This is the reason why we are doing this is also because we need to make sure that the kids are protected in that sense. We take our kids' safety as well as hygiene very seriously. That is why, as much as we can, we try to make sure that we protect their health, their safety. So one family per time slot. That is why we can't accept a lot of kids at the same time, or in one time slot. So we have a schedule for all those physical classes. So if you are keen, you can text me. For those of you who actually pre-register with us, you definitely will have my phone number. You can actually text me so that we can advise you what time we are open and what time are available if, let's say, you are keen to come for physical classes. Okay, so do we have Lisa Wong? No? All right, so Lisa, I'm sorry, but your chance is forfeited. Let's see who will be the next lucky winner. Leong Jingwen, Mommy Kelly Koo. Leong Jingwen, Mommy Kelly Koo. Jingwen, are you here? So if you are here, please let us know. Leong Jingwen, Mommy Kelly Koo. Right? Leong Jingwen. Now, if you read today's news, Selangor is going towards phase 4 coming Monday. Means that our lives are getting back to normal, except we still need to wear face masks every day. We need to sanitize our hands or wash our hands thoroughly. So as much as possible, try to avoid crowded places. Especially for kids. Because if, let's say, you have not been vaccinated, for example, try to avoid crowded places because we won't know, right? And for those of you who are already been vaccinated, doesn't mean that you are free from viruses. So you still need to take care of your personal hygiene. You still need to boost up your immune system, right? So please make sure you take good care of yourself. Eating a healthier diet definitely will help, especially during this period of time. Now, we can't rely on vaccines. We can't rely on what actions from the government. It is all based on how we take good care of our health and what we eat. That is more important, right? So Jingwen is here. Oh, good job. Congratulations, Jingwen. We will be in touch with you. So please make yourself available on the 31st of October, 3 p.m. and make sure you get ready your costume. Handmade costume using recyclable materials will be the best option because we add brownie points for those handmade or DIY costumes. By the way, we have a costume competition, whereby the kids will need to parade it, during that day. So, you have to dress up, okay? So just make sure that you get it ready. All right, so we will end today's session about 20 minutes longer compared to normal session, but I do hope that you have enjoyed it as much as I do, and you have gained some insights as well, as much as I do. As much as we always say that, you need to eat healthy, we don't know whether we are eating correctly, the healthy way correctly or not. So today's session is a good reminder for us as well, and for myself. So I hope to see you next week. Next week, what is going to happen? We are going to announce about Deepavali competition. It is going to be hosted by Setia City Mall, one of our very supportive clients. So please make sure you tune in together so that you can also participate in the contest as well. All right, I will see you next week, same time. For those of you who are going back to school on Monday, happy schooling. Finally, you get to enjoy going back to school. Yeah, and also for the rest of you, happy weekends, and make sure you eat healthy. All right, I'll see you again. Bye bye.